Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash.
Double honors to apostles with great millstone and salutations to elect what you ought to be. So pretty much, you know, when all hell breaks loose, you know what I'm saying? People who got their wicked imaginations, you know what I'm saying? You're going to have homosexuals out here raping men, man. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have women that's going to be raping women. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have pedophiles, you know what I'm saying, looking for children and stuff, you know? And there's also a gang they call themselves Sweet Bloods, man. You know what I'm saying? They gang bang for real. You know, these are men that look for other men because it was a case where a man got pistol whipped and raped by this gang, man. You know what I'm saying? And there's also other people with these wicked imaginations that they're gonna do when Jacob's trouble comes. You know. And this is
right, because the scriptures say what? It's gonna be a time like there's never been before.
I got that right here.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 21. It says, "For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, nor ever shall be."
Right. Hey, so it's gonna be crazy out here, man. It's all manner of evil, like it says in I believe it's Amos the 5th chapter. You know, it should be like you ran away from a lion and a bear met you, and then you went into the house and you on the wall and a snake bit you. You know, that's how hectic and crazy it's gonna get. You know, and a lot of those and some of those things is gonna be what the brother's talking about. These homosexuals actually going out and hunting guys down and raping them. A lot of that is going to be going on in those days, you know. Hey, people already they so-called have some rules and regulations going on. How much more when there's no rules, no cops, no anything, you know. They're going to go crazy out here, you know.
Kind of. There's a show called Nip Tuck. And you know, predictive programming, they show you this young guy, you know, 18 or 20, whatever. He gets beat up by a bunch of homosexuals, like the transvestites or transsexuals, whatever the hell they were. They had long nails. They beat the shit out of him, right? And then at the end, they all peed on him. And then they showed him in the hospital, and the doctor spoke to his father, I think, or his guardian, if I remember correctly. I think it was his father. And said, yeah, you know, it wasn't by women, it was actually by men through the urine sample, you know what I'm saying? And that's what these times that we're approaching, they're going to get buck wild, man. They're going to be raping men like nothing.
These people are already buck wild, man. They just need that green light, and that's going to be when there's no cops and no like authority out there. Then these people are going to do whatever they want, because they already do whatever they want. It's just going to give them more liberty to do whatever they want as soon as all hell breaks loose. Like the brother's saying, they're going to be homosexuals, raping people, pedophiles, looking for children. These people are Americans are already in a beast state of mind. So when there's no kind of order, they're just going to go into complete beast mode, like that Future song, like that Future album, Beast Mode. You know? It's the shit that they listen to in this country, the shit they see on TV. All these people are going to try to reenact that, man. All right, they're going to do whatever they want. People are going to kill each other. You know? All these gang wars. You know, all these race wars, all that stuff's going to happen in these last days. It's going to be hell, just like this scripture just said in Matthews, man. You know?
This is Romans chapter 1, verse 26. All right, it says, for this cause the Most High Yahweh gave them up unto vile affections, for even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature. And that's homosexuality, man. Verse 27.
Oh man, say a plague of the mind. You know, one of the worst plagues that you could have. You know what I mean? Here you are, you're a man, and you're supposed to be popping women, but you know, your mind is so bugged out. You're using your stuff, you know, on other men, man.
Right. And then another thing, like when it comes down to the prisons, you really have it really started with the Greeks, which were Edomites. Pretty much, they was committing homosexuality, and their mind frame was that if they weren't getting popped, they wouldn't be considered gay. And now that's in the prison system, in the jail system, man. And you got these grown ass men who really think that that if they not the ones getting piped down, that they're not homosexual, you know. And that's the plague of a mind that Esau has put upon the jail cell guys. Verse 27. 7. It says, and likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burned in their lust one toward another, men with men, working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves the recompense of their error, which was
Meat.
which was meat. So guess what? When it comes down to these homosexual gangs and stuff, that's what they're gonna be on. You know, some of them don't even care if it's gay or homosexual and stuff. They just want to make sure they fulfill their lust. You know, get that nut on.
Oh, Con, they're gonna look at a straight man and say, "Look at this proud ass guy. Let me break him." You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna get him, man. Because that time, a lot of these men that think they're hard as hell, they're gonna be crying like little girls in that time, man.
And not even that is well, it's like that too. But when it comes down to the when the authority and all that stuff, when all hell breaks loose, they're gonna release all these prisoners, man. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna have these different prisoners like Booty Warrior. You know what I'm saying? Who's gonna be looking for men? You know, who's gonna come with you? I want you. How you say it? I want you, and I like you. We can do this the easy way or the hard way. The choice is
Oh, right.
It's gonna be guys like that, man.
Yeah.
There's another guy. If you ever seen Boondocks, the one when Tom had a dream when he was in jail and he had dropped the soap. You know what I'm saying? It's an actual guy because that's all real shit.
Right.
It's actual guy. He said, I don't know. I just like booty. And he's not talking about female. These are guys that's gonna come out and they're not gonna have a lust to go after women. They're gonna have the lust to go after men. You know.
And the strength to like pretzel these men up and fuck them up and get their way with them, with other men. It's gonna be bugged out, man. It's gonna be a horrific sight.
And most of those homosexuals are gonna be Jake, because Jake want to follow after the same way as Esau, man.
I know, but with salt. So
With
it's,
salt,
it's
yeah.
like so much flavor. It's gonna be so disgusting, man.
This is
I'm
crazy.
serious.
He's
It's
dead.
terrible, man.
Yeah.
Man.
I got a precept. But
Go ahead, bring it up.
this Isaiah chapter 3 verse 8. It says, "For Jerusalem is ruined and Judah is fallen, because their tongue and their doings are against Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, to provoke the eyes of his glory." Verse 9, it says, "The show of their consonance doth witness against them, and they declare their sin as Sodom. They hide it not. Woe unto their soul, for they have rewarded evil unto themselves." And that's the vibration of our people, man. All right, that's the spirit. Because when I was coming home, it was a damn little dyke bitch talking to all the little Edomite women downstairs or on the train track, man, on the platform. And then you had a gay nigga with her, man. All right, so our people are completely bugged out, and a lot of them are just gonna take all that pent up homosexual anger and frustration out on people, regular people or straight people in these last days. You know, because they have the Lord has turned them over to that vile affection and that vile spirit that they have upon them, man. So what else are they gonna do? Take it out on people that are not like that, all right, and take advantage of them, and that's what you're gonna see happening in these last days, man.
Right, and that's what they go after, man. That's what really like fulfills and makes them feel accomplished when they're able to get somebody that doesn't do that and to do it.
Yeah.
That's what they go after.
Kind of turn them.
Yeah, like they thrive off that. It gets them excited.
Right.
They see somebody else that's already a homosexual and all that, like they'll just whatever. But when they see somebody that doesn't do it, they target him and they want to do stuff with that man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a challenge. You know what I'm saying? Here it is, someone, living somewhat righteously, not in that homosexual mindset, and here they go trying to convert one to their way. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of women do that. Like those lesbian women, they get faded up. They wear men's clothes. You know, and they do what? They start hitting on straight women, straight heterosexual women.
Yep.
And then they even dupe them, because some of these women they believe this is a guy for a while. You know, he's all sweet, not giving me no rod, but just munching me. And then they get all these feelings and gets bugged out, and then put on that strap on. It gets worse, man. It just keeps getting worse. Let's get the scriptures.
This is Genesis chapter 19, verse 1. It says, "And there came two angels to Sodom and Eve."
That's what I was just about to say. They so bad. They was banging on the door. They was trying to get into. Man, that was the spirit, bro.
This Genesis 19 and 1. I'm going to read verse 10. It says, and there came two angels to Sodom at even. And sodomy is the piercing of the penetration of the anus. You know, it says meaning that you can't do it if it's with a man or with a woman. Right?
Weird sex, right?
It says, and Lot sat in the gate of Sodom, and Lot seeing them rose up to meet them, and he bowed himself with his face toward the ground. And he said, behold, now my lords, turn in, I pray you, into your servant's house, and tarry all night, and wash your feet, and ye shall rise up early, and go on your ways. And they said, nay, but we will abide in the street all night. And he pressed upon them greatly, and they turned in unto him, and entered into the house, and he made them a feast, and did bake unleavened bread, and they did eat. So, you know, he was telling them, you know, come chill in the crib. It says, but before they lay down, the men of the city, even the men of Sodom, compassed the house round about, both old and young, all the people from every corner. So it was a bunch of homosexuals and stuff that was young and old, you know what I'm saying, that surrounded the house. Verse 5, it says, and they called unto Lot, and said unto him, where are the men which came in to thee this night? So they was looking for the angels. Bring them out unto us, that we may know them. And when it says know them, that's talking about have sex, you know. And it says, verse 6, and Lot went out at the door unto them, and shut the door after him, and said, I pray you, brethren, do not so wickedly, because that was wickedness. It says, behold, now I have two daughters, which have not known men. These was virgins. Let me, I pray you, bring them out unto you, and do, and it says, and do ye to them as is good in your eyes. Only unto these men do nothing, for therefore came they under the shadow of my roof. You know what I'm saying? And that also shows that when you have a visitor, the ones that that household it actually is, that they protect the guests from any outside threat. And he tried to give his daughters, who were virgins, whose hymen is still there, that haven't been broken. Their cherry has not been popped. These guys did not want them. Verse 9, it says, and they said, stand back. And they said again, this one fellow came in to sojourn, and he will needs be a judge. Now will we deal worse with thee than with them? So now they like, oh, if you ain't trying to give up these angels, now we finna come after you. And it says, now will we deal worse with thee than with them? And they pressed sore upon the man, even Lot, and came near to break the door. But the men put forth their hand and pulled Lot into the house to them and shut the door. You know what I'm saying? So pretty much the angels snatched Lot, man. You know what I'm saying? So he wouldn't get raped by these men, of the young men and old men that was lusting after Lot. Wanted to do worse than Lot because Lot was protecting the angels, and all they wanted to do was pop the angels, man. Which also shows that angels can come in the form of a man.
Right.
Yep.
And,
Good point.
there you go. And then, you know, it even got to the point, you know, if you keep reading that, it got to the point where the angels were blinded those again, and they still wanted to go after them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, to show you how wicked they were, man. How much of homosexuals they really were. Here it is, they got blind and they still wanted to rape.
They burned and they lust.
Right. Now when you look into that, hey, Sodom and Gomorrah was what? They were all living after what? Their own lust. They were all walking right in their own eyes. You know? So, and I'm going to give another example, because that's exactly what we have today. Everybody going after their own lust, walking right after their own mind, you know? Like the brother was saying, one of those things is what? You popping another man and saying you're not gay because you're not getting popped. That's you being wise in your own eyes, you know. Now this is Judges, which a similar thing happened. This is Judges 19 and 22. It says, now as they were making their hearts merry, behold, the men of the city, certain sons of Belial, beset the house round about, and beat at the door, and spake to the master of the house, the old man, saying, bring forth the man that came into thine house, that we may know him. You know, the same thing, you know. It says, and the man The master of the house went out unto them and said unto them, Nay, my brethren, nay, I pray you, do not so wickedly. Seeing that this man is come into mine house, do not this folly. Behold, there is my daughter, a maiden, and his concubine. Them will I bring out now, and humble ye them, and do with them what seemeth good unto you, but unto this man do not so vile a thing. You know? But the man would not hearken unto him, so the man took his concubine and brought her forth unto them, and they knew her and abused her all the night unto the morning, and when the day began to spring, they let her go. But that's the point, man. They wanted to rape these men, and he even offered them his daughters and his concubine, and they said nah, you know. But since they just forced the concubine out there, they just dealt with that. But what they wanted to do originally, they wanted to rape the man that came to sojourn, you know. And now I'm gonna read this, you know, because in the time of Judges, they were doing the same thing that was happening in Sodom and Gomorrah. The people were walking after their own lust. They were being wise in their own minds.
Yep.
Judges 17 and 6. In those days there was no king in Israel, but every man did that which was right in his own eyes. You know, and that's exactly what we have today. You know, everybody is doing things after their own eyes, what seems right to them. You know, and how much more when shit hits the fan. You know, Matthew 24 it tells you what, that the love of many shall wax cold. So how much more of these niggas are gonna pop out when it's complete chaos out there?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
And some of them already walking about. You know, hey, what's up, dude? Sagging their pants and stuff, and you sagging your pants, and they really looking at your ass, thinking about you and stuff. Because in a jail cell and stuff, when you got your pants sagging, that's how you know it's a shame to sag your pants. It means you advertising that you want to get popped. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then if you trying to run away and these guys got their pants all the way up, they gonna be able to catch you. Can't run fast with your pants up.
That's true.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter in Apocrypha, chapter 14, verse 22. It says, moreover, this was not enough for them that they erred in the knowledge of the Most High Yahweh, but whereas they lived in the great war of ignorance, those so great plagues called they peace. For whilst they slew their children in sacrifices, or used secret ceremonies, or made revelings of strange rites, they kept neither lives nor marriages any longer undefiled. You know, and what is marriage according to scriptures? Is sex. It says, but either one slew another traitorously, or grieved him by adultery. You know what I'm saying? So don't be surprised when you you cool with certain people and stuff, and you find out in that day when there ain't no 911 that they bring out their lust upon your wife. You know what I'm saying? Your girlfriend, whoop de whoop. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? It ain't nothing that's gonna stop them, because there's no more authority in the streets. It says, verse 25. It says, so that there reigned in all men without exception blood, manslaughter, theft, dissimulation. You know what I'm saying? Blood. So it's gonna be a lot of killing out here too. You know what I'm saying? You know, there's I forget what it is. It starts with an M, but pretty much it's a condition. It's a messed up mind frame where there's men or women. You know what I'm saying? They like to inflict and cause blood splatter and stuff, and they get sexually aroused off.
I think it's called a masochist.
Yeah.
It's a masochist.
And it says death. I mean, it's going to be a lot of robbing. It's going to be less food outside, you know, in these grocery stores and stuff. So people are going to be robbing each other's houses. Then simulation, which is lying. You know, people are going to be lying their ass off to survive. It says corruption. It says unfaithfulness, tumult, perjury, disquieting of men. So imagine you in an alley and stuff. You trying to hide, and then some sweet bloods came up. You know what I'm saying? Or just a group of regular guys just come up and stuff. And you see in their face that they own something, you know, and what they want to do is rape you, man. This is an uneasy feeling, man. You know what I'm saying? For these to be men, and they want to come after another man, that's an uneasy feeling, man.
Mm-hmm.
And it says, It says forgetfulness of good terms, defiling souls, and that's exactly what they're going to be doing. Changing of kind. That change of kind is these transgenders, man. You know, they want to cross dress, drag queens. You know what I'm saying? They also want to perform their lust. They don't just want to wear the opposite sex clothes. They want to do the things to the opposite sex as well. And it says disorder in marriages, adultery, and shameless uncleanness. You know what I'm saying? These people are shameless, man. You know, they don't care. They just gonna go by their flesh, man. The flesh rules them, man. Now you how about Shimi Shot? You know, that's why we need the Lord, man. You know, because we can't fight against this carnally. You know, you got 2/3 and of the nation of Israel, and you also got all the heathens, man. You know, versus a small number, the 144,000 and 1/3, which we hope to be, man. You know what I'm saying? We need the Lord. We need deliverance. Salvation means deliver, meaning somebody else gonna do it for us. We can't deliver ourselves out of these situations.
Yeah. Hey, so we're seeing these things coming to pass, and the Lord's saying there's gonna be a time that has never been on earth before. You know, hey, what manner of persons are we to be? You know, hey, that's what we gotta do. Everything we can so that when the time comes, hey, we may be found favorable in the eyes of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, and He may show mercy on us. You know, because then if not, if you're fucking around and you're not doing the will of the Lord, hey, those plagues are gonna come upon you. You know, and one of those might be like the brother was saying, a group of niggas calling themselves sweet bloods, you know, or booty snatchers, you know, you know. So hey, shit, I don't want none of that. So hey, trust in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai and do what's right, man. So the Lord can show mercy.
Yeah, walk in the Spirit. You know what I'm saying? Walk in the Spirit. Go ahead, bring it up. What you got?
This is Matthew chapter 10, verse 16. It says, behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. So all these people that got these different lusts, they want to come out to your children, want to come out to your wife, want to come out to your grandparents, your parents, whatever and stuff, even you. Hey, guess what? You gotta those gonna be those wolves, man. You know what I'm saying? Right? And it says, be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. You know what I'm saying? So if you we hoping to be the sheep. You know what I'm saying? When we in the midst of these wolves, we're going to apply this knowledge to get out these jams, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, we're the descendants of Jacob, Yahweh, meaning he's a plant. We're going to be getting out these jams by using the wisdom and the law, statutes, commandments that the Lord that gave us. You know what I'm saying? We're going to move wise while they move foolishly. You know? And when it come down to you women, too, you know what I'm saying? Women get raped in the jail cells. You know what I'm saying? They take the broomstick and shove it up their inward parts. You know what I'm saying? Hey, these gonna be the same women that's gonna be out loose on the streets looking for you women. So if you want the hedge, you gotta do according to Yahweh Bashim Yahshua. Stay in the role as a woman, and the men you gotta do according to what the Lord says, man. If you want that hedge, because 2/3 they have some sort of hedge right now, but when all hell break loose, you know what I'm saying? That's going to be the green light for these demons to plague their minds, man. You know?
Saying spirits created for vengeance.
Yeah. You know, and we hope this video was edifying, and we'd like to give all honor and glory to
Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Rachakodash.
Double honors to apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to the elect, which you hope to be. Shalom.
Shalom.
Abba Ball.
Abba Ball.